What is up, guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. This time around I am at the launch of the first ever Toyota Fortuner GRS. So this is the first time Toyota gives the Fortuner some GR Sport treatment, and of course I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about it. So first things first, it's very much like much of the other GR Sports that we've seen. So mostly cosmetic changes, not too much has been done mechanically, but I'll walk you guys through some of the exterior changes and the interior changes. So starting up front, you get a revised lower grille and a revised front bumper. You also get redesigned fog lamp bezels. I think overall this car does look quite cool, and it does kind of set itself apart from its normal counterpart, which was before this the VX model, which was sitting at the top of the range. This is now sitting at the top of the Fortuner range. So as I mentioned, this is the GR Sport, and some more styling elements which have been added include the 18-inch alloy wheels, which are blacked out. So a lot of what you will see here is quite sporty looking. So like I've said, it's mostly cosmetic changes which have been made. At the back, there isn't too much which has been changed apart from the rear diffuser, which looks kind of sporty. So I think Toyota has done a good job on that. They haven't really tried too hard, which is great because the Fortuner already looks quite cool in my opinion. So overall, from a styling perspective, I think they've nailed it, and it definitely will appeal to those customers who are looking for something a bit more sportier, a bit edgier. So job well done, Toyota. But moving over inside, you get a steering wheel, same as before, leather wrapped but also perforated, and you get a red center mark in the center, which is also similar to what you may have seen in my Hilux GRS video. And if you haven't seen that already, please go and check it out. Very, very interesting video that I shot there. So yeah, some of those changes also you find in this Fortuner. The seats are the same as those in the Hilux, so they are leather and suede. The seats are perforated and they are quite comfy. They are very supportive, and I think they really do add to the whole look and feel of the sporty nature that this GRS model is trying to achieve. So furthermore, you obviously get a lot of badging to remind you that this is a GRS. I mean, if you check there behind my seat, don't break your neck, you see some GR badging there in the headrest as well. There's a ton of GR badging. I mean, on the steering wheel, in the center console, not to mention on the outside, you get GR badging everywhere. So I think obviously it's for yourself and other road users to see that this is not the normal one. But that's basically it from the interior. Everything else is pretty much the same. You get the JBL sound system, which we have been familiar with already. So I do feel that Toyota could have done a bit more in terms of updating this interior. We still have the same old school interior, which we've kind of gotten used to over the years, but I really do feel that Toyota could have done a bit more. But hey, what can we say? So under the bonnet up front, you get the same 2.8-litre GD-6 turbo diesel engine, but in this application, it's pushing out 15 more kilowatts and 15 Newton meters more of torque. So you now get 165 kilowatts and 550 Newton meters of torque, which is quite plentiful. I mean, I'm currently driving now out in the Western Cape on these beautiful mountain passes, and although this is not obviously the car suited for this kind of road, but it really does feel, quite punchy. A lot punchier than the VX model, which only had 150 kilowatts and 500 Newton meters of torque. So it really does get going, like really, really does get going. And I mean, you've got 3 driving modes. You've got Eco, Normal, and Sport. And I've just popped it into Sport now, and it obviously holds the gears a bit longer, but it just makes the throttle input a lot more lighter, so you can really accelerate quite well around these bends, as you can see. well, hopefully you can see. But again, it's not really meant to be a corner tackling kind of car. It is a big SUV, so yeah, I think for normal day-to-day use, you will be more than satisfied with the amount of power that this car delivers. Furthermore, something else that Toyota has changed is the suspension setup. So they've now changed it to basically offer slightly better handling as well as better comfort. And from a comfort perspective, I think it's definitely up there. I mean, it's sublime. We've been driving on gravel roads and the sort, and for quite a good amount of time, and it really handles quite well. I mean, the comfort levels are really superb. I mean, at some point, my driving partner and I were driving up to like 100 kilometers an hour on a gravel road, and you hardly feel anything. Obviously there's the odd rattle and so forth in the cabin, but from a comfort perspective, it really is up there, and I really have to commend Toyota for that. So yeah, I'm really quite impressed with that. And obviously a lot of people buying this car will be keeping it as like a jungle, concrete jungle warrior. So for that part, yeah, it'll definitely suffice quite well. So from a pricing perspective, this Fortuner GRS comes in at basically R1 million, which is more than the VX model. But as I mentioned, there are quite a number of things that you're getting over and above that model. So I think it really is impressive in terms of pricing. Obviously, competition is rife. You've got the likes of the Ford Everest, which is also quite a really, really good car. And I think sales-wise, they are doing quite well. So obviously, competition is tough, but Toyota just has a cult. I mean, people buy Fortuners left, right, center. Everywhere you look, there's a Fortuner of some kind. I mean, out here in the Western Cape, especially on this launch, I've lost count of how many Fortuners I've seen. So I think Toyota wouldn't be too worried about its competition, because it does have a very, very loyal customer base. But yeah, like I said, $1 million, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know down in the comments. Is it justified? Would you buy one? Or would you buy something like a Ford Everest or whatever else, really? Let me know down in the comments. But anyway, this is how much it'll cost you from a cost of ownership perspective on a monthly basis if you finance this car over the said period. And this is how much it'll cost you to insure it naked. The nice thing with Naked is you can get a quote in literally about 90 seconds, and it's really quick, easy, and yeah, just input your details and you get a quote instantly, just like that. So check out the link in my bio and let me know what your quote is for the car that you're currently driving. But anyway, that is it for me and this launch of the Fortuner GRS. It's been lovely, but I am looking forward to spending a bit more time with it when I do get it on test. So make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe so that you can see more of these videos. But anyway, I will catch you guys very soon. Cheers.